So hello friends, welcome to Intron YouTube channel and learning session of learning Python with the Intron. In this video, we will see what is try, except, else and finally together. So in the previous video, we have already seen what is an exception handling, what is its definition, and what are the different kinds of exception that can occur. And we have seen what is how we can use try and except for exception handling there. So now we will see how we can use else and finally as well. So now let's make here one program. Let's take the input as in the form of integer input. Let's ask user to enter the number. Enter the number. That number should be in the form of integer. So here what we'll do, we'll create try block first, and what we'll do here, we will create one var1 is equal to 10 by n. We'll print var1. So here we are using the try block. So we are telling the code to try. So this will try, and if any kind of exception occurs, that means whenever the user will enter the en value as an 0, that time exception will occur. Then this except block will be executed. Here we will give print command. Print, we will tell enter non-zero value. So this except block will be executed. Now we will see what is an else block. So here we will first of all execute the try block. If any kind of exception occurs, these except blocks get executed, and if no exception occurs, then else part gets executed. And we will give here print message as an no exception occurred. We are giving this message because else part will be executed whenever there will be no any exception. And what is we will see what is an finally, and we will give here command as an done. So whenever there is an exception occurs, finally blocks get executed, and whenever there is no any exception, that time also finally gets executed. Anyhow, finally will get executed even there is an exception, and even if there is an no exception. Now let's try to run our code. So now it is asking to enter the value. I will enter value as a 2 here initially. So here you can see I have got the var1 value as a 5.0, and except block is not executed because there is no exception. So else block gets executed, that no exception occurred, and finally final block gets executed, that is finally done. Now let's try to execute for 0. That means we will give input as a 0. Enter the number. I will enter as a 0. And now let's check. So here the exception occurs. So that except block gets executed, and it gives us message that enter the non-zero value. And here also exception has occurred, so else block will not be printed. And at the last you can see finally block got printed, because finally will be printed whenever there will be exception and whenever there will be no exception. In both the cases finally gets executed. So thank you friends, and keep learning.